I'm Brian and welcome to another Trig Point walk. Today we are starting off at Stanton and Bardon and walking to Markfield Trig Point. It's going to be roughly a 7-mile walk and we're going to be going by Thornton Reservoir and around some of the national forest and obviously stopping off for a nice pint. It's another lovely sunny day and hopefully we won't get too lost. Morning ladies. You don't run. These cows look hungry. It's just coming up some horses now. Hello horse. Once you've gone over the stile, you turn left and you go across the field. You'll see the cows in the field, and when you get to the next field, you'll see the horses. Keep bearing down the hill, you'll see a lovely little farmhouse. I don't know whether we go past their ground, but I'm sure some people might actually recognise this area. Then you come to this road. Looks like we're on the Ivanhoe way, and we've walked 3/4 of a mile so far. When you cross over the road, you bear to your left and you'll see another footpath. You go through here. It's relatively well signposted. Head up the hill, bearing to your left, and you'll see another post. You cross over here and you bear right. So going down that path. There's plenty of midges out today, because we would have to put the old mozzie cream on later. But it's still nice and early, so hopefully we won't get too bitten. I don't know whether to go over here. Oh, that's where we're going. We're heading down here. But I won't know for sure until I actually check my map to find out we're going in the right direction. But then across this field, or across this little bridge, and across this field. Once you go through the gap in the hedge, you carry straight on. So you've got the pylons, you're basically walking on the side of the pylons. When you get 3/4 of the way down through the field, you'll see another gap in the hedge. You turn right here and you can see a nice clearly marked path. You follow over there to the horizon. Don't know what it looks like on the camera, but it's a lovely beautiful day today. So we just came from back up that area near Stanton and Bardon, and we'll be getting to the National Forest very shortly. When you get to the end of the field, you'll come to the beginning of what it looks like the woods. You see a clearly marked way marker. You just head down through here. Well, this is a nice shot. Just coming through this little wooded area and brings you out. Oh, I thought we'd go over the train line, but I just actually saw a bridge that we go under. We follow this route and we go under the train line through the bridge. So just go through this gap here. And through that tunnel, or under the bridge. You know what, I can't even think whether it's called a tunnel for us or a bridge for the train, but we're going under the lines. Once you've gone through the tunnel, you bear to your left. When you get to the end here, don't know actually how you get through here. I can't actually see anywhere to get through here. Is that a gate? Looks like we actually went the wrong way. And when you got onto the main road, you turn right and head up, I think, near this pub. We just head up Thornton Lane for a little while, pass across Hills Baptist Church, and you'll see a sign We turn left there. Obviously not at Crossroads Baptist Church, you won't see a sign there. But a little bit further up, you'll see cycle route 63. You turn left there. When you turn left past the Baptist Church, you go through Manor Woods, which then takes you through Bagworth Heath Woods. It's a nice easy path to follow. It's not muddy, it's basically a gravel path. Suitable for horses, you might come across the odd horse down here. Then you'll come to what looks like a clearing. You can either turn right or left. We're turning left towards Thornton Reservoir. Get to this fork in the road. I'm hoping that we take the left hand fork, and this should lead us to the motorway. In fact, you can start seeing Markfield just up there. So I think by my calculations, and I'm going to say this 5 times, we're 1 mile away. So in about another half a mile, I'll say we're 1 mile away. Then in about another half a mile, I'll say we're 1 mile away until we eventually get there. I thought we were going to go through another tunnel around here, but we're obviously going over a level cross, well, over a crossing. And there's a sign there which says we're in Manor Woods. So we didn't get to Bagworth Heath Woods, we stayed in Manor Woods. So cross over this stile, and don't forget what to do before you cross over the train line. Check to see whether it's quiet, look both ways before you cross, and don't be stupid on a train line, because it can soon sneak up on you. There's nothing coming that way. Nothing coming that way. Just double check and cross over. Don't want to be a government health and safety video, but never play on train lines. Then down these steps, over this little stile, and then cross over here. So we should be coming up to Thornton Reservoir in about another, say, 10 minutes. Then you come down through all these fences, through the back of somebody's garden. Don't actually go into the garden, which I'd never really like when you're going through somebody's garden. But that's a nice little drawing. This should take us to the back end of Thornton. You'll see another yellow way marker, bear left, and you go up their drive. When you get to the top here, we turn right, and I think there's a pub down here. We turn left just before the pub. This is Thornton. Can't remember what the name of the road's called, but I'll put it in the description. As we walk past Thornton Primary School, we'll come to another signpost that says National Forest Way, Leicestershire Round and Markfield. You turn left down here, and very shortly you should see Thornton Reservoir. You'll come to a gate, go through the gate, and I'm hoping that we'll see the reservoir very shortly. Obviously I was wrong, but you head straight down there. Oh, haunted gate. I know. Is that what's the wind?
Yeah.
We're just sort of coming across the field now, and we're going to go through where the grass is shorter, and we'll be at the top end of Thornton Reservoir. We're changing the route slightly. We're going to go to the top end of Thornton Reservoir instead of following the Leicestershire Round, just to have a nice look round here, see what there is to see. After all, it's more exploring. Well, that worked out perfectly. There's a gate just here. So this is the top end of Thornton Reservoir. You just go around Thornton Reservoir for a little bit and you'll see another signpost saying public footpath. You turn left over there. When you come here, it gets a bit complicated. I'm not too sure which way we go. I'm going to risk going through here. Hopefully this is the way. Yeah, I don't think it really matters, but the other path came through there. And you follow up through here. All these throughs not really helping you, but we're coming up to Brown's Wood. We bear to the right, so you basically got the field to your right hand side. I mean, nice to be in the shade really. Just been checking, and this is part of the Leicestershire round. Thought to recognise this area from when we did the Leicestershire round a couple of years ago. I think we'll head over there to that gate, I'm not too sure. It looks like it's a well-trodden path. So when you get down the bottom here, it looks like there's a hole in the hedge. Go through there and head out onto that field and head straight up there. So we're heading, I thought it was going to be through there, but it's not. We're going through here. Through this gate. So Brown's Wood still. Henry spotted some cows up there. Hopefully we'll be in a different field. But you go straight up here and hopefully the cows will be fenced off. Bit hard to see, but there's an electric fence just there. We're keeping close to it because just over the top there where we're heading to, there's cows in the field. So if the cows start coming over towards us, we can soon get over the electric fence. We've got to head over there. There's a herd of cows just there. We've not got much choice really. Don't know if we can get out somewhere over there where the cows start coming towards us, but as long as we're quiet. It's always a bit dodgy going through a field when you've got cows and they're young, because the cows can be very protective of the calves, so we like to give them plenty of space. Once you've gone through the field with the cows, go through the swinging gate or the kissing gate, you head straight on through the National Forest. Not too sure which way here, but looking at the map, I think it's straight down here. Some bluebells over this bridge. Looks like there's a place down here for doing all your orienteering if you wanted to. Just straight over and follow this path down this way. To this point we've done 4 miles. A useful place for a stile, but we need to go through this swinging gate or kissing gate. As you can hear in the background, the motorway is getting louder. And through another field full of buttercups. And there is the motorway. And there's Stobarts. Well, cleaner Stobarts. Pity I'm not a Stobart spotter. I could put that down in my collection. Over there, near that aerial, that's where we've got to head to. Actually, I think I called it aerial last time. It's actually a transmitter. We're getting closer to the motorway. I'm hoping there's a little tunnel under here to get into the motorway, so I don't fancy running across all these lanes, although I don't fancy walking on the way back, so we've got to run over these lanes. We've got no choice, have we? So when you get up to the motorway, there's another swing gate. Go through here. God, Bennett, watch out for your footing. As you can see, all the cows like to congregate round here. On the other side of the motorway, and no, we're not walking on the hard shoulder, and I think just down here is going to be the tunnel in with the motorway. So when you get to the end here, we come to this little dirt track. We come to the motorway tunnel. We're just having a thought there might have been a load of cows in here sheltering, but luckily there isn't. So cross it, we go under the motorway. Once you've gone through the tunnel, there should be another signpost telling you to turn right. Then I've had to wait a few minutes because Henry was gloating about being right about the way that we go. So when you go through the tunnel, you've got a gate in front of you. You go through the gate. Hopefully this is wrong. It's got to let Henry do that. When you get to another yellow way marker, you bear right to another swing gate, and you go through here, and then through another swing gate. And that brings you out to a field. Looks like the farmer's planted some crops in here, but we're going to keep to the edge. Then after being walking around the edge of the field for a little while, you'll come to a little gap, a bit overgrown, but you go through here and into the shade. This is nice. Oh, it's nice and refreshing in here, almost as nice as a cool pint of cider. We've just been talking about what we're going to have. Henry wants probably a ginger beer or a Coke or a lemonade. I'm going to stick to a nice cool refreshing pint of cider, unless the pub does an interesting beer. Then through here, watching out for all the stinging nettles. Then we're just coming to the back end of Markfield. So like I said about 6 miles ago, even though we've only done just over 4.5, we're almost at the Trig Point. And then once you go through all the fields, you just go through this little footpath, or this pavement, then you're out into Markfield. Then you bear left up this hill. When you get to the top here, you sort of head straight over, so you bear into your right. Just notice in the trees over there a steeple, so we're going to have a little look round the church and see whether we can find a benchmark. Let's see if we can find a benchmark around here. I'm not too sure what these markings are on the wall. They don't look like the original, but they look very Anglo-Saxon. Wouldn't mind coming back sometime when the church is actually open. Okay, we're going to see whether the church is open. So when you come out through the church, you come down this little road there. Not that little road there, but I think we've got no choice. Through here. I think if we go through here, Henry, we can veer to the left. And we're just coming to the hill now. We've got a bear to our left, up there somehow. Hopefully you can do it. Once you've gone through the gate, you turn left up these steps. Then bear to your right. It's going to be a good hill climb. I'm hoping it's this way. Can't remember what this is called because I'm too out of breath climbing up the hill. But there's the Trig Point, and there's the information thing. Oh, do you know what? Beautiful view. Let's do the view first. An old quarry. There's that aerial mass. There's Henry relaxing. And there's the Trig Point. We're going to see if we can pick up the path down this way. Hopefully we can. There's no reason why we can't. My OS map said that we can. And I trust my OS map, even though it took us across private property many times, but let's hopefully we can get this way. I'm trying to do a video. I've got Henry's face, this little ear in the way. Henry's almost as thin as me when you look at him. It's like looking in the mirror. He's gonna hit me. We were planned to walk down there, but I thought give this way a try, and it's worked out quite nicely. We should be picking up another road further along here. In fact, there's the road, so hopefully we can get onto that. I'm hoping we can get across there. It looks like there's a bit of a ridge there. I'm hoping we can cross over it. Might be a bridge, or might actually be missing it completely. But it looks like we're missing it completely. So the ridge goes down, just down there. So the way I was going to go would have brought us up that way, but now we're going that way. Once you take a nice walk through the woods, you go through here and turn left onto the road. Once you come through the gate, we turn left onto the road and we head down here. I've got probably a mile and a half to go. We'll be crossing over the motorway again very shortly. You can almost say it's a bit too warm to go for a walk on days like this. Like it's either too hot or too cold. That's why I like the early morning walks. Then when you've been walking down the hill for a little bit, we'll come to another gate on the right hand side. We go through that. It's a little overgrown. And you head down here and follow the sound of the motorway. When you come to another swing gate, as you can hear, we're getting closer to the motorway. Around here, I think the motorway is, there's the motorway. Then you come to this bridge, and this time instead of going under the motorway, we're going over the motorway. The lovely M1, or the countryside. I know where I'd sooner be, but unfortunately I know where I spend most of my working time. Once you've gone over the motorway bridge, there's a little stile to your right. Climb over there and go down the steps. So you're walking on the side of the motorway again. It's a little bit overgrown round here. This is why I was always wearing my trousers. I know sometimes it's hot wearing your trousers, but it's better than getting all scratched up and stung wearing your shorts. And then you start walking away from the motorway, and we're now going to go through a field of baby cows. The cows are all looking at us. Hopefully they'll just ignore us. But it's funny, when you look where they're standing and laying, they're all in the shade. You've got the whole of this field and the sun, and they're all in that shady spot. Yet you get mankind, they'll chop all the trees down and complain about global warming. So you walk across the field on a diagonal style to these old farm buildings, and you'll see another yellow way marker. Go through here, head straight up, and you'll eventually be on the main road again. Once you've gone through the next field, keep the hedge to the left of you, you'll see another swing gate. So we're back out on this road, walk up here until you get to the roundabout. I'm thinking about if we can turn left, if there's a gate, we can get to the field, which will take us back onto a public right of way. We can walk along there to Stanton and the Bardon. This isn't the best road to walk along. The sooner we get off this road, the better. It's quite busy. In the short distance we've already been walking along here, we came across 7 cars already. So down to get off here. I'm hoping at this roundabout we turn left here and we can get into that field that's in front of us. We're going to have a little look round here. Not too sure whether we can get through here or not. We want to get off that road, so we've climbed over the gate, going through a farmer's field, and hopefully we can get through here. Not too sure. Let's see what that says. Don't know what it says. But hopefully we can get through here. If we can't, at least we've had a try. We're back en route now, so it's just going to go down here. Walking along here in this weather is hard work. As you can see, the ground is very dry, but we've just got to get to the end there and cross over. I think we've got 2 fields to go over. I think Henry's got hay fever, or he's allergic to his dad. He only seems to sneeze when he's near his dad, but we've just got to go to the end there. We should be back at the car in about less than a mile. Another yellow waymarker post, and you go across the field here. You're not going through any of the farmer's crops, and you can see another waymarker just over there. Then we go through the hedge, and I'm hoping to go straight across the field, just where you can see the newly planted trees. We go through here, across this road. Don't know what this road is called. Yeah. But we're going straight across. Over this stile, then across another road. Actually, I think this might be a private road to the quarry just over there. Not too sure. Well, there's another waymarker up there, so I'm sure we're talking about one. But this is a nice quiet road. This is probably an old quarry. Then it's very hard to see, but you've got another waymarker. You've got another gap in the fence just here, or gap in the hedge just here. And you go through here. I've got the foggiest where we are, but we need to go this way, so turn right. So just head down here. Not entirely sure whether we're going the right way or not. So you go past what looks like an old garage, and I'm sure Henry doesn't mind me going in front because I'm actually getting all the cobwebs. And we'll head down here. I haven't got the foggiest where I'm going. According to my map, we're going the right direction, and at least there's another yellow waymarker, so we know we're not going some random place. But it should fork off soon. Yeah, I think we had the option of going that way, but I might go this way, and that should bring us out directly near the car. It's nice to see all these new trees planted, although it's not very imaginative planting all these trees in straight lines. It's a bit like when you did the Wolf Fox walk, and they had acre after acre after acre full of trees planted in straight lines. Not very imaginative, and I'm sure they're all the same trees. Also, I don't understand, if these trees are planted, how come they're not sticking out the top? So they just put a seed in there, and hopefully, is there some sort of science behind it that the sapling will grow quicker inside that plastic tube? If anybody's got the answer, let us know. You eventually come to what looks like a new build, and I say what looks like a new build, it is a new build. And you'll see a yellow waymarker. We're just now leaving the National Forest, and this is the top of Main Street, I think, in Stanton and the Bardon. Actually, it's not the top of Main Street in Stanton and the Bardon, but we're not far from it. We're just going to go through here, which takes us down to a park. I'm hoping we can cut a corner off. We've done 7.15 miles, so just going to see whether there's an exit to the side of this park. When you walk diagonally across the park, it's not clear to see, but there's a path that goes out. So when you've got this line of houses, you just turn left down here, and this should bring us back out into Main Street at Stanton and the Bardon. Look at that, that's a nice surprise. A pub at the end of the walk. Just what you needed. Oh well, thank you for joining me in this video. We've done 7.39 miles. It's been a very interesting walk. We managed to see the Trig Point at Markfield, went to a church, unfortunately it was closed, crossed over the motorway twice, saw some interesting places, but now it's time for a very nice, cool, refreshing pint on this hot summer's day. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. If not, let me know why and I'll see how I can improve it. And if you did enjoy it, I'll see you again next time. Thank you and bye.